So, white people. Question.
Hey guys, how are you all doing? It's your girl Cindy, and I'm back again today with another gist. I trust you guys are doing great. Happy Sunday to you all. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So I don't know if you all have seen this video from this black woman asking white people to share or tell or maybe explain how it feels to be white. Now, a lot of them jumped on this question, literally sharing, how it feels to be white. I'm going to let the stitches roll. But before then, let's just hear this question. And I'm going to show you some random comments. You all know how we do it here. Please check this video out.
So, white people. Question. What does it feel like to be white? Especially if you're white in America. I mean, if you're not in America and you're white, you can answer this question, but especially if you're white and American, how does that feel? I know, being a black person, especially a black woman, one of the biggest issues is that we're always exhausted carrying our entire race on our backs. We always feel like a monolith, even though we're not a monolith, and that one of us can mess up and it would make the entire race look bad. And I'm sure it's the same way for Mexicans and, indigenous people, but I never hear white people talk about stuff like that. So let me know. Stitch, duet, whatever. But how does it feel?
In as much as some white people came all out answering this question, some other white people didn't find this video funny. They were like, why are you asking us this question? Some of them says that they are not happy that black people are seeing them as racist, basically, punishing them for what they did not do. Anyways, guys, I have put together a few stitches. Let's just hear from them. And of course, don't forget, I'm going to show you some random comments. Please check the stitches out.
White people. Question. What does it feel like to be white?
Go back and watch that whole video that she puts up. And to you, sweetheart, probably feels about the same way you feel. It's not about one person in a race that messes up that makes the whole race look bad. It's about several people in that race that makes the whole race look bad. It has nothing to do whether you're white or black or Asian or Mexican. We all have that same stereotyping from other races. So yeah, we probably feel about the same way you do. As far as not talking about it, what for? What fucking for? Absolutely unnecessary. I don't give a shit if Joe Blow robbed a bank. I don't give a shit if whoever cheated on their fucking husband. I don't give a shit if so-and-so, did something else that's fucking stupid. They did it. They did it. I represent who I am, not who they are. I don't give a shit about them. You need to concentrate on you and how you represent yourself. Not trying to carry the weight of the black race on your shoulders, because they are not your fucking concern. You yourself are your own concern. So I don't know why you feel like you got to carry all that weight. Now, as far as being white and the black community, not everybody, because I do have black friends and they don't feel this way. But why you gotta blame us for some shit that happened fucking hundreds of years ago? I've never owned a slave. I've never called somebody by the N-word. Why? Because I'm not that person. You guys think that all white people are racist. We're not. Not all of us. Some of them, yes, they are. Like I said, it has nothing to do with me, so I don't give no fucks. Which is why we don't speak about it. So, I know your question was kind of rhetorical and race-based. Otherwise, you wouldn't have been like, white people. How does it feel to be white? Probably the same way it fucking feels to be black. Or Mexican. Or Asian. Everybody has their fucking faults. Don't put the weight of your race on your shoulders. You need to concentrate on you and who you are as a person, not who all these other motherfuckers are who keep fucking up. That's why we don't talk about it. We don't carry other people's weight. We have our own. Have a blessed day.
So, white people. Question. What does it feel like to be white?
White person here, in case that wasn't obvious. Fair question. You're probably not going to like the answer. It feels a lot like what you just described. Yeah. You pulled in Mexican people, you pulled in indigenous peoples, you may as well pulled in white folk. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of looking at people and going, so you're the reason we're still all considered racist. It's 2024. Could y'all not? Could you stop? You know? Looking at usually men of a certain age range and going, are you the next mass shooter? Because you're white. We've got our eyes on you. Okay. If you're an ally, you're too fucking loud. Okay? Get to the back and sit down. But if you're not an ally, you're a fucking bigot. Okay? So essentially being white in America means you will never, could never actually be right. You will never do anything right because you had the audacity to be born white in America in 2024. So yeah, it's as you say, exhausting for sure, but we do what we must.
So, white people. Question. What does it feel like to be
That's sometimes answering a question like that feels so loaded as a white female. For me, it's always worried that I'm going to say something wrong, even though my intentions are totally different. That's something that I think that we deal with. I'm told I have privilege, but I don't see anything that was ever actually handed to me. I work very hard. I work every day. I have to take care of my own kids, pay bills, and do like any other American. More times than not, I feel like a female and my age more than I feel like my color. But it is exhausting to carry any kind of burden of other people's actions. I think, and I've had this discussion with many different races, many different ethnic and cultural backgrounds. I personally think the most important thing is that we be accountable for our own actions and for our own words, and that people truly understand our intention more than some kind of stereotypical thing. And it's so easy. I'm also in the South, so I have to carry the fact that I have a Southern accent, and people think I'm, dumb because of my accent. I'm also half deaf. I have a speech impediment, so I have to constantly think about words and how to pronounce them. And sometimes I have to go around the block to say something totally different because I have a hard time pronouncing. And so I've had people to think I'm dumb because of that too. So what it ultimately comes down to is whether or not you care what people think. And I think that if someone truly knows who I am and they understand the person I am and my intentions, that's what matters the most. But it is exhausting if we were to continually carry the weight of the world, the weight of other people's opinions. I think if we can just be good people and good-hearted people and be respectful to everyone, loving to everyone, that's what's most important.
So, white people. Question. What does it feel like to be white?
Well, you asked, so okay. First, well, you know how you were saying that for black women, it can feel like you are carrying the entire race on your back, and you're a monolith, and you got to if you do one thing bad, it affects the whole race. Well, it's kind of the same. I'm constantly hearing that I'm doing stuff I'm not doing and feel a way that I don't feel, and getting fussed at for something I didn't do and had no control over. So I'd say it feels a whole lot like you feel. I'd say we're a whole lot more alike than what we realize. And I'd say that's why the higher-ups keep trying to keep us divided, is because if we ever found out that we're just alike, we're both humans, ain't we? That there would be no more higher-ups, because we would then be more powerful together. But that's just how it feels.
Question. What does it feel like to be white? Especially...
Okay, so I may make people mad with this. I don't know. If I do, that's not my intention. She asked a question, I'm going to answer it honestly. So, what it's like to be white in America, it sucks. You can't be proud of who you are, because, you know, we get told that we're colonizers and that we like to lynch people, and, you know, we're culture vultures, and because we don't have no culture, you know, we don't even know how to season our food. First of all, I don't know how that lie got started, but that's not true. You know, and we get crucified for a past that we had nothing to do with. Nothing. And I'm not, you know, if we support Trump, we're racist. If we support the police, we're racist. You know, I don't get that. I don't. Because I'm here to tell you right now, there's good and bad in every walk of life. I've had run-ins with good police officers, and I've had some really crappy ones, dude. I've had the complete tar beat out of me before. Some of them I was being a Hellcat, some of them I wasn't. I mean, I've been strapped to a chair, gagged, bagged, and had a Thorazine. I did the Thorazine shuffle, and they was beating on me, choking me, okay, while I was strapped down. So, it's good and bad in every walk of life. You know, we get told that, you know, it's almost like, and I'm not saying everybody is like that, so don't twist my words, but a lot of people, they think that it's okay and it's accepted to sit there and call us, you know, cracker, mayonnaise, milk, mighty whiteys, you know, colonizer, and all that. And like, if we support black artists, like, I love rap. If I'm sitting there vibing to a song and they just so happen to say the N-word, like, threaten to get jumped. Seriously? Like, the America I grew up in, I had black friends, black boyfriends, and everything. That's how we used to greet each other. Like, dabbing it up, like, hey, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Now you can't do that. You know, and it's not like... And here's the thing, this is what upsets me, is that there is this narrative going around that it's only white people that can be racist, because no other ethnicity has the capability of being racist, which is an absolute lie, okay? Because blacks, Hispanics, and Indians all hate white people. Some Asians, but, you know, oh yeah, Asians too, but, you know, it's like, we're the only ones singled out, you know, and it really sucks, because a lot of white people are just a melting pot of culture. I have 4 different types of Indian: Sioux, Cherokee, Chickasaw, and Choctaw. 48% I'm Indian, and then I have German, Scottish, Irish. But like, because my skin color is not dark enough, I'm not considered an Indian. Like, where I'm at, there's a lot of natives, and, you know, 5 hours from here, where my niece is, they hate white people. They hate white people. And it's just sad, dude. We can't be proud of nothing, because we get blamed for everything, you know? And if we try to be nice, or we, anything like that, we get they don't take it as us being genuine. They take it as us being butt kissers, And like, if there's an issue going on in the world that involves black people, we're not to speak on it, because that's black people problems, like, you don't speak on that. But they can talk about white people problems. I don't get it. I really don't. But I will say one thing that irks me to no end, and I will be as blunt as possible about this, because it needs to stop. Black kids in school need to stop trying to manipulate white kids, especially the disabled ones who are in special ed, to say the N word, and telling them, like, hey, we'll give you a pass, go ahead and say it, it'll be funny, go ahead and say it. And then, when they don't say it, like this happened to my son, my oldest son, the one who's going in for back surgery the 29th, they told him, we'll give you a pass, and Noah was like, no, I'm not saying that. So they were like, say vinegar, say vinegar. He said vinegar, just saying the word vinegar, and they closed their ears for the beginning of the word, and then they just hear the end of it, what sounds like the N word, and then they start calling him racist, spreading these rumors that he's racist. We were getting threats. I was told that we were going to get jumped, that they were going to come kick in our door, and they were going to bring their cousins, their aunts, their uncles. And now look, if you don't know anything about black people, they fight in packs, okay? I know, because I was jumped by 5 of them, cut with a box cutter from here to here, stabbed in the throat. And when I say cut, I mean she laid me open down to the white meat. Stabbed me millimeters away. You can see it. I don't know if you can see that, but it's real little, but right there. But whenever I would like breathe or anything, it would squirt. And millimeters away from my jugular. Who goes to jail? Me. And this was in Rome, Georgia. So, I know how they fight. Okay? I fought a couple in my life. So, and not because of racism either. Just because we were friends, we were drunk. Not the 5 that jumped me, but other ones. So, I don't see why kids try to sit there and they see that a kid's not racist, truly is not racist, and they're just trying to be their friends, and they take that as an opportunity to try to manipulate that white child into saying something that, and like I said, it wasn't just my kid, it was a lot of the disabled children, okay? They were threatening to beat them up, threatening to jump on them, everything. I went to the school many a times. The school was sweeping it under the rug like it was nothing. We had to move. The bad thing is, stuff like that spreads like wildfire. When they're videotaping your child and posting it online and calling him a racist, it spreads. People at the new school he's at, they've already mentioned the videos. Yep, we can't even go to the community pool without him being called racist. He's been cornered at the community pool by a bunch of black people. The white guards won't jump in and say nothing. I had to go over there and say, hey, get off my son or I'm going to drag you out the pool. And no, it's not because I'm racist, because I ain't going to beat on my son, period. Or we can't wear braids when really Vikings, Indian, they all wear braids. If we wear braids, it's just because we like the style. Okay, the Kardashians, that's a whole nother topic, okay? We ain't them. And they're not white, they're Albanian or Armenian, whatever. Or I've heard that I'm not allowed to be wearing these because that's not a white people thing. Honey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I love this style. I don't care if anybody else don't like it. I don't care. I like it. Okay? So, but one thing I will say, everybody has done a real good job of allowing the government to, divide and conquer us and split us all up and, put little buzzwords in our ears and try to get us to turn on one another. Why? We don't need to be turned on one another. If anything, it should be all of us banding together against them because they're a bunch of liars and hypocrites. And it's Trump is not racist. He's done so much for the black communities, but if you support him, you're pegged as a racist. But yet the ones who are calling you racist for supporting Trump, they support the true racist, Biden. The one who said he didn't want his kids growing up in a jungle, going to school with, kids of color. And, if you didn't vote for him, you're not black. And if you're black, you don't know how to use a computer. And, like he gave a eulogy at a Grand Imperial Wizard's funeral. That was his friend, a top KKK member. So, like, I don't understand it. I'm confused and exhausted more than anything. Because even like if I'm saying something, I like find myself like trying to backpedal, like, oh my gosh, did that sound racist? Oh my gosh, did that, offend somebody? Because, I mean, you can get jumped around here. You know what I mean? Been there, done that. But that's my thought on it. Sorry it was a little winded. And, if you take offense to that, that's on you. Okay, I'm just being honest. She asked a question. I answered honestly. So that's my take on being white in America.
Right. So again, after seeing this video, I knew it's gonna trigger a lot of white people, and from the stitches you could tell. But I just want to ask a genuine question. Do you think that she shouldn't have asked this question in the first place? Let me know in the comment. Now, we all know that, white people always feel so uncomfortable anytime we bring up race topics, they don't like it. And some of them would always tell us, because judging from my own experience with them, they would always say, no, don't say that. We love everybody. Yeah, it is very easy to say, oh, I love you. But I mean, your actions towards me could tell. Your actions towards me could tell, literally. I'm just judging by my own experience now. But anyways, I took some screenshots of comments, like I said, randomly, so you guys can see what other white people that could not stitch her video, what they dropped in some comment sections. Now, I'm gonna do a part 2 of this video because obviously she turned her comment section off because white people came, in her comment, leaving racist comment, threatening her. I'm gonna do a part 2 on that. Please subscribe if you want to see the part 2 because I'm gonna drop it immediately after this one. Let me know your take in the comments, what you have to say. Again, do you think this question should have come up? Let me know in the comments, guys. And thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, come back for another video. I'm gonna see you all in my next one. You all be blessed. Bye.